I'm Lindsay Littman. Here are your headlines from Central Texas. We reported on water problems in Salado nearly a year ago, and people there say they're still dealing with yellow, foul-smelling water coming out of their taps. Now, some are spending thousands of dollars just to get clean water into their homes. Juliana Jackson shares what they say is really going on.
For over a year, Chad and Vanessa Welch say their tap water has been discolored and smelly.
You take a shower and you can smell the water. It's like bathing in lake water.
The couple says they've experienced health issues like indigestion, which they believe are connected to their water supply.
When I stopped drinking the water here, we figured it out that's what the problem seemed to be.
The Welches have turned their garage into a water treatment facility, spending $1,500 on multiple filtration systems.
There's 2 different whole home filter setups in the garage, and one wasn't doing it, so we added the other one. Plus there's the filter in the refrigerator. So technically, the drinking water goes through 5 filters now.
But village officials say residents shouldn't worry.
This water is 100% safe to consume, cook with, whatever you want to do with it.
Salado Water Supply blames the water issues on manganese levels caused by unprecedented summer flooding that sent runoff water into the lake.
Well, we tested every day at 9 different locations to get a chlorine residual, a disinfectant residual, to be sure the water's safe to drink.
The village purchases treated water from the Kempner Water Supply treatment plant.
Obviously, their water is getting better as the lake clears up, so that's a good sign. I mean, I think this thing's about over with for this summer. I think we're about done with it.
But for people who've been dealing with this for over a year, they're ready for a change.
You kind of expect to have clean water, right? Nobody expects it to be yellow and smell.
Salado Water Supply tells us the water looks better this week than it did last week and insists that the water is 100% safe to drink. A Gatesville couple is accused of keeping more than 65 dogs and several other animals inside their home. Now local organizations in nearby cities are stepping in to make sure those animals have a safe place to go. Adriana Alexander had a look at the conditions the animals were living in.
Last week, the Coryell County Sheriff's Office uncovered a troubling case of animal hoarding.
It's never easy to see these kinds of situations.
They immediately called local organizations and cities to care for the dogs and try to get them fostered or adopted. And the city of Killeen stepped up to help.
This was a really extreme case of 67 dogs on the premises as well as some other animals. And since they don't have an animal control facility, they reached out to everyone within a 60-mile radius and said, how can you guys help us?
In addition to the dogs, 3 ponies, 2 pigs, and 2 ducks were found on the property in poor condition. The Killeen Animal Shelter is already over capacity, so the next step was to contact the Texas Humane Heroes for assistance.
We're a private nonprofit shelter, so we work with municipal shelters like Killeen, and we take overcrowded animals and take them to our shelter.
The conditions these dogs were brought in were said to be shocking.
Yeah, dirty food, dirty water. Most of them are eating feces or either like stacked in kennels getting peed and pooped on. So just really, really awful situation for them to be in. And then of course, just out in the conditions. I mean, there's no protection from the elements out there. They're in the heat all day and the rain all day. So just really bad environment for them.
In this case, Heather and Adam Bauer remain in custody, facing charges of cruelty to both livestock and non-livestock animals. As of Monday, at least 30 dogs remain on the property. The sooner the first rescues are adopted, the sooner the rest can be saved.
We're going to go out again this week and take more and continue working with these same orgs and maybe some new ones that have been brought on board and figure out which ones have the best resources for what they need.
And while some of the dogs remain on the property, the sheriff checks in on the dogs daily, making sure that they have food and water. As for the dogs the Humane Heroes have in their care, Long says that they are healthy and doing well. Those are your headlines from Central Texas.